Here is all the makeup that I own. I'm gonna quickly organize this because it looks like a bit of a mess right now. Lip care, palette, I only have one palette, blush, tools, single eyeshadow, brow product, highlighters, lips, eye, mascara, eyeliner, eyeshadow primer. This is a multi-stick, so I'm kind of putting it in the middle there. How I like to start off is reach for the things I grab for on a daily basis because I know they're not going anywhere. I'm just gonna make those easy decisions right now of reaching for them and taking them out of the pile. So first up is the Mineral Share Screen by Supergroup. I wear this every day as my daily SPF. I put it on my neck and my face, so this is not going anywhere. This is the first step in my makeup routine. Next up, I always use my highlighters. So my first highlighter, I'm calling it a highlighter, it's called the Wonder Glow Instant Glow Primer by Charlotte Tilbury. Use this every day. I don't really notice a huge difference, but I feel luxurious when I use it, so I'm going to continue using it. I'm going to keep it for now, and I like using this product. I don't know if I would repurchase it because I don't really see a difference when I wear it, but it does make me feel good putting it on as some type of marketing magic, I suppose. But yeah, we are keeping this one for now. RMS Beauty, this is my other highlighter I have. It's called the Living Luminizer, and this is something I also don't really notice when I put it on. It's very minimal. It's not like a maximalist highlighter, but I like using it even though I don't really notice it. So I'm going to keep this one as well. For brows, I use this for my everyday brows. This is the Gimme Brow by Benefit. It's in the color 4.5, and I've been using this for years. Really like it. It helps my brows have a little bit more tint to it, but also keeps them natural. So we are keeping this. For blush, this was my go-to blush, but then I got in like a free gift set from Sephora, this blush by Rare Beauty, and it's in the color Believe. This blush is actually very good to wear year-round, whereas I feel this blush is more of a spring-summer blush. So I'm going to keep this now in my pile, and I'm going to put this one in my let's talk about it later pile. And for lips, I've been wearing this pretty much every day. This is by Merit, and it's their lipstick in the color Fashion. I think this shade is so nice on me. I really love wearing it. This is my go-to lipstick shade. It's not going anywhere. I love the formula of this. I think it's so moisturizing. I was looking at their other shades. I'm kind of eyeing one called Lavenue. If I were to purchase a new lipstick in the fall, that's the one I would go for, because it's like more of a brownish color, so it's very much in line with fall colors or fall aesthetic. I'm really leaning towards getting that for fall. But for now, we have the Merit lipstick in this shade Fashion. Really good if you're looking for a nice moisturizing lipstick. If I were really decluttering my makeup and getting it down to just the things like that I use on a daily basis, I would stop right now and get rid of everything else, because this is what I wear every single day, and the rest is just nice to have, but I don't really use any of it. I'm not at that stage yet where I can get rid of all of this, so we're gonna go through everything that's left one by one and talk through if I should keep or if I'm gonna declutter. I'm gonna start with this here. So this little pile is my lip care section. I have some lip sunblocks by Supergoop. This one is in the flavor Mint, and this one is in the flavor Acai. I don't wear these that often, but I think it's nice. I'm a little bit of a sunblock hoarder, and I think it's nice to have at least something that protects your lips from the sun. So I'm going to keep both of them. This is a Vaseline, a tiny Vaseline I got from Walgreens not too long ago. It's just lip hydration, and if I'm not trying to wear color on my lips, I will go for this. especially at night if I just need a little more moisture on my lips, I'll pull for this Vaseline. It's really portable, really tiny, easy to carry on the go. So I'm definitely keeping this one. This is the Sugar Lip Polish by Fresh. I used to really like this, and I haven't used this in so long. I kind of feel like I outgrew this because I don't really use it anymore. It's not that I found a replacement for this, it's just I don't have a need for it in my life anymore. So I think I'm ready to just come to terms that I don't need this. I've had this for a long time, don't use it anymore, and I'm just gonna get rid of this. So this is our first thing we're decluttering, the Fresh Sugar Lip Polish. I'm gonna put my decluttering pile up here. Let's move on to eyeshadow. I got this eyeshadow palette in December I actually got this during Black Friday, so it was a little bit discounted from Charlotte Tilbury website, and this is their stunning colors. This is their Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. I hadn't had a large eyeshadow palette in a very, very long time, and I kind of wanted to start playing around with eye looks more, so I got this palette. I like maybe 2 of the shades in here, but the rest of the shades I don't really use. They're a little bit too pink on my skin, and they're not very natural looking when I put it on. Like, this is orangey, this is pinky. I was really hoping, I think what works on me is either this highlighting shade or something more cool toned. These warmer tones just make me look a little bit too orange, a little bit too pink. So for that reason, I don't really use the whole palette, and I haven't picked this up in months. So I think I'm actually going to declutter this as well. I love the packaging, it's so pretty, but I don't use it, it's taking up space. So we are decluttering this Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette. These are my single eyeshadows by Bare Minerals. I have it in the color Sex Kitten, and this one's in the color Camp. They're very shimmery. So that one is more of a bronzy color, and this one's Camp, which is so neutral. It's very much like a subtle shimmer, whereas this is more of a deeper shimmer. I definitely go for Camp a lot more than I go for Sex Kitten. I honestly could declutter Sex Kitten because it also leans a little bit more warm-toned bronze, and I recently got my color analysis done, and the woman had told me that cooler to neutral tones look best on me, and this is more of a warm tone. So I think that's why I haven't really gravitated towards it in years. But I like shimmery tones, so it's hard for me to get rid of it. But if I was being ruthless, I would get rid of this. And maybe I will. We're going to put this in the maybe pile for now, and then Camp is going to be in the yes pile. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the shade Dark Brown. I don't use this on my brows anymore, and I was gonna declutter it, but actually today I got the idea to try this out as an eyeshadow, like put this color in as a base for my eyeshadow and this on the outer corners of my eyes, and it actually didn't look that bad. So I'm thinking about keeping this just for an eyeshadow look that doesn't include shimmers, like a very matte eyeshadow look. I think it would be great to have. So I'm actually gonna keep this. Since I'm keeping these 2 eyeshadows, I have to have my eye primer because I cannot wear eyeshadows without primer. If I try to wear eyeshadow without primer, I crease like crazy, so I definitely need to keep this around. Moving on to eyeliner, I have this as my only liquid eyeliner. It's by Kat Von D, and it's her tattoo liner. This is incredibly old. I feel like they have new packaging since I bought this, and I want to say it probably is filled with bacteria because it's well past the expiration date, and I don't use this really. I'm not a liquid eyeliner girl anymore, so I'm actually going to declutter this. This is the other eyeliner I use. This is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's her liner duo in the Super Nudes. So it's dark brown on one side, nude on the other. The nude side is supposed to be on your lower lash line. The brown side is supposed to be on your upper lash line. I don't use this that often, but I kind of don't want to get rid of it because I think it's nice to have, so I'm going to keep this around. Getting into mascaras, I have 3 mini mascaras. Why do I have so many? 2 of these were free gifts with purchase from Sephora, so they're actually unopened. One is from Ilia, and this is their Limitless mascara, and the other one is from Rare Beauty, the Rare Beauty mascara, and I have never tried this, so I'm excited to try. Because they're brand new, I don't want to get rid of them yet, and so we're going to keep these around. This Ilia mascara I've had for a couple months now. This is the current one that I'm using. It's been open already, and you can tell it's kind of dirty that I've been using it. I like this mascara. I don't use mascara every day, but I'm definitely going to keep this one around because I do wear mascara occasionally, so this definitely could have a use for me. So let's put that in the keep pile. Along with mascara, I always use this handy dandy Kevyn Aucoin lash curler, so we're keeping that. These are all the brushes I own. I use this brush for eyeshadow, so we're going to keep this. This brush, I actually don't know where I got this from, and I don't use it ever, so we're going to actually declutter this. These other brushes I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Let's go on to concealer. So I got this NARS concealer pretty recently, I want to say within the year, like early January. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Ginger. I like this concealer, it works really well. This is the first concealer I've ever owned, and it does the job. Doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything when I put it on, and I think it's good to have. I don't use concealer that often, but it's good to have in case I have a spot that I want to cover up. So we're going to keep this around. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the color 3 Tan. I like using this to set my concealer, so we're going to keep this. I use this brush to put my NARS concealer on and this brush to put the powder over it, so we're keeping these 2 brushes. Coming back to this Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy, I do wear this sometimes, but I think it's kind of old now and it's starting to get bacteria growth, like it's starting to become expired. So after this summer ends, I'm going to have this for the rest of summer, but once summer is over and we're getting into fall, I think I'm just going to get rid of it because we're starting to head into dangerous territory, and I don't want to cause unnecessary breakouts on my skin because I'm using something that's expired. My skin breaks out so easily, and so anything to minimize the breakouts is much appreciated. So to help out my skin, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this at the end of summer. But for now, we're going to put this in the yes pile. These are all of my lipsticks, and this is like a multi-stick that I got for free from Sephora. I've never used it before, so I actually want to swatch test or test all of these on my lips and see how I feel about them before I make a decision on if I want to keep or get rid of. So let me go ahead and swatch these on my lips really quick and see how they make me feel. Not a fan of this color on me, so what do you think? I'm going to declutter this because I think it's a little bit too cool toned, a little bit too pink on my lips, and it doesn't really complement my overall appearance. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. That is Ilia multi-stick in the color At Last. Next up we have Charlotte Tilbury in the color Pillow Talk 2 medium. So let me give that one a go. My camera just died, so oops, I ended up swatching all of these off screen. I'll go ahead and insert pictures. The color I'm wearing right now is the Merit color that I wear every day, and I definitely am going to be keeping this one. This NARS color is the only real true rich red color that I own, and I really like it. I don't reach for it that often, but it's new to my collection, and I think every girl should have at least one like true red show-stopping color in their collection. So I'm going to keep this one for sure. The last two lip colors I have are by Charlotte Tilbury. I have Walk of No Shame and I have Pillow Talk 2 Medium. I used to wear Pillow Talk Medium all the time. I thought this was such a cool color, and it's like my lips but better color. But like after doing my color analysis, I recently realized pink on my lips don't really flatter me that much as like berry tones or like true like neutral reds or cool tone reds. And this is such a pink color on me, and I think it doesn't really flatter my skin tone that well. It kind of washes me out. So for that reason, believe it or not, I'm gonna end up decluttering Pillow Talk 2 Medium, and I'm going to be keeping Walk of No Shame. The beauty industry just names beauty products the most ridiculous things. But yeah, we're keeping Walk of No Shame, decluttering Pillow Talk 2. The thing is, I do have the Pillow Talk 2 color in the lip liner as well. I'm going to keep this one only because this is the only lip liner I have, and it's good to have kind of a neutrally lit lip liner. I don't have Walk of No Shame in a lip liner, so maybe I'll add that to my list, and once I get that, I'll go ahead and declutter this color. Yeah, lipsticks are definitely my kryptonite when it comes to beauty and makeup. I feel like I can never have enough lipsticks, but at the same time, I'm a minimalist at heart, so I have both parts of myself battling constantly. I think in the fall, I want to add one more lipstick. The lipstick I'm kind of eyeing right now is by Merit, and it's their color in Lavenu. It's like a brownish color, perfect for fall. I don't have any brown lipsticks in my collection, so I think I'll add more of a well-roundedness to my lipstick collection. We have a true red, we have like a berry color, and then this is more of an everyday red, not so pigmented red. Adding a brown I think would really even out my makeup collection. The one thing I'm really trying to be cognizant of is not having a lot of duplicates in my collection, like two of the same color tone, two things that kind of do the same thing, because I'm going to end up reaching for the one I love more than the other one, and that's like, that will just drive me crazy having things in my collection that I don't use. That's one way how I manage to keep my collection a little bit more on the smaller side. I always get rid of things that I feel like I have duplicates of. This is everything I have decided to part ways with. This is everything that I'm keeping. I definitely want to look at this again maybe in 6 months and see if I have the same feelings towards them as I do now. Like for instance, this Bare Minerals eyeshadow in the color Sexkin. I was seriously considering decluttering, but it's so small, it's hard for me not to. I'm also thinking about this as well. I don't really wear eyeshadows. So I possibly could look at this in 6 months and say that I would want to declutter it. I also have a lot of makeup brushes, and like these 3 I don't really use that much, so I could possibly declutter these brushes as well. And then like for instance, I've had these forever and I don't really use them too often, so I would want to relook at these in 6 months and see, do I still have the same feelings about them as I do now? And then here I have 3 mascaras, and I definitely do not need 3 mascaras, but I do want to try out the Rare Beauty mascara and see how I like it, so that's why I'm keeping this one around. These 2 are unopened, one is open. I don't go through mascaras that fast, which is why I don't have a full-size mascara, but I definitely will be whittling this down in the future, because really I only need 1 mascara. Like, who needs more than 1 mascara? So definitely is room for improvement. And also this, I don't really know if I want to keep an eyeliner around. I don't like having makeup in my waterline, so I'm debating if I want to keep this around, but I think for right now I do want to keep it around and see how I feel in later. This section is at risk next time I declutter, and this is the section that I decided to declutter for today. So very excited about that. So this is my makeup collection for now as of summer 2023. I hope you enjoyed the declutter. I love watching declutter videos. I think they're so relaxing and it gives me the motivation to declutter my own collection. So I hope I gave you a little bit of motivation to look through your makeup collection and see if there's anything in there that you can declutter as well. And I will see you in the next video.